Hey guys, my name is Dominic Wright from the 12-2 class, and today we'll be discussing the Judiciary Act of 1789. Some things we'll be talking about are the who signed and who drafted the Judiciary Act of 1789, how it came to be, what are the procedures that it set, and what exactly the Judiciary Act of 1789 is, along with when it came about, which is pretty self-evident, but you know. So what exactly is the Judiciary Act of 1789? It was the first order of business for the first congressional meeting of the United States, meaning when the senators and the House of Representatives got together, which both make up Congress, this was their first order of business. This is what they got to first. The Judiciary Act of 1789 is an act of Congress to establish the federal courts of the United States. Article 3 of the Constitution already established one Supreme Court, but left it up to Congress to create lower federal courts as necessary. It was the birth of the structure and jurisdiction of the federal court system. Many amendments have been made to the document, but the basic idea remains intact, to have one Supreme Court and other lower federal courts. Now we will get into the who. Who wrote it, who signed it. On the left is Oliver Ellsworth, a senator, and on the right, President George Washington. The who and the when. The Judiciary Act of 1789 was drafted by a familiar face who helped draft the United States Constitution, who we find in Senator Oliver Ellsworth, alongside Senator William Patterson. Senator Ellsworth was the main man, as Patterson left the Senate shortly after the drafting began in Jersey, for reasons unknown. After the draft was complete, President George Washington then signed the document on September 24, 1789. The how. Things have changed as time has passed, but originally there were 6 members of the Supreme Court, one Chief Justice, and 5 other Associate Justices. Nowadays, there are 9 members of the Supreme Court, 1 Chief Justice, and 8 other Associate Justices. Back then, there were only men. Nowadays, it's a mixture of women and men. Also, there's 1 Supreme Court and 13 lower district courts. And lastly, disputes may be undecided in the lower district courts, but once the dispute reaches the Supreme Court, their decision is final. Some procedures that take place nowadays. First off, if a judge rules, and for example, he makes a decision over a dispute, and the decision is appealed, that same judge cannot, do the ruling of the appeal. The end.